Hi, everybody. I've got my friend Seth Sapphire, who has Auric Voltage Candle Company, and he is a purveyor of hand-dipped crystal grid technology magic candles. You say it the way
Ooh,
you like to say it.
for sure. Hi, happy to be here.
Yeah. So you just lit one. The one that's lit. Talk to me about that because you love this candle.
Oh my gosh. Okay, excited. So, this is my limited edition Winter Solstice Blessings and Magic mini hand dipped crystal grid beeswax ritual candle. I'm really excited about this for so many reasons. Number one, the beeswax comes from my family's beehives. My dad has bees, my brother has bees, my dad's master beekeeper has bees. Beekeeper. So I get the honey from them. But what's really special about this one compared to all these other special candles is that this candle, it's a combination of the beeswax base, but I foraged for about a year and a half as much pine pitch as I could from all my parents' property upstate New York. And I took that pine pitch. I wish I brought it over the table to show you. I took that pine pitch and I melted it down over the stove with the beeswax to basically get all the pine essence out. So there's the pine essences in the wax dipped on the candle many, many times. But what's also really exciting here, this is my like next level up. I'm sorry, I'm excited. So is that
You don't have to be
the
sorry.
stripes? Thank you. I appreciate that, Lori. Yay, wrote in. Yeah. So what I'm really excited about here is the wax, just the different colors. So all my hand dipped crystal beeswax spell candles, there's no dyes, there's no essential oils, there's no petrol, there's no bullshit, really, honestly. I'm not sure if I can say it, but basically it's what creates the colors as I crush like colored and like magical propertied crystals and plant botanicals into dust. I mix those particles in with different vats of raw beeswax from my family's beehives. That whole process, the heat extraction removes the scent from the botanicals, which gives the different waxes their different scents. And the particles of the crystals and the plant botanicals are resonating the energetic and magical properties of those botanicals and crystals and creating the really beautiful pigments. So just really excited about this, especially with this one. So the green wax is really special. I had you can actually see this on my TikTok, but last Yule, I had a 6-foot Yule tree in my magic lab, and I crystal gridded all around it. January 1st, I removed every single needle from that pine tree, every single one. And I basically made a humongous tincture of it. I extracted the entire soul from the pine tree, as well as all the energy and magic that I was putting into the pine tree via the crystal grid. And then I basically took selenite and I put it in my Vitamix. I don't recommend doing that, by the way. But I have a utility magic one, so I don't eat out of that one. So positive boundaries. But I powdered the selenite and I took that right here, actually. Oh, Snapdragons. There we go.
So here's the deal, listeners. Yeah, everything on Seth's candles, he does this. This is no joke. So show us what you got there.
Yeah. So what you see here from here, oh wait, that's my view. Hi, what's up? From here to here, that's all the pine needles from the my 6-foot Yule tree.
Wow.
In just silt form, just super small particles. And this is some of the essence extract. So I took that and I mixed in with the powdered selenite to create this, which is the soul pine essence mixed with selenite. I'll show you. So like it's part of what creates the green pigments as well as the scents in the green wax. Also, you can't see it here, but there's all the particles are just melting down, are just falling into it. So this is it right here.
Oh, beautiful.
And it smells just like the tree because the extraction.
The waxes smell divine. on every one of your candles. They are just stunning. I have a very sensitive schnoz, so you know, and scented things can really either irritate me or the opposite, soothe me. And your candles are amazing. So just so our listeners know, some of you have already met Seth in a past podcast episode, but Seth and I became friends when I lived in Sedona, and he wasn't doing this to sell. He was not yet. So we've been on this journey together, and I have to say I've had the honor and pleasure of testing many of these candles, and they're freaking amazing.
Thank you.
But they are all hand done. So what have you got there? Oh, that's the Magic Lab. There we go.
All of these right there.
Wow.
These are the candle dippers that I made myself. I had a vision of literally myself dipping 22 candles at a time, and I didn't know how to make it happen. I couldn't find anything online, so I went on Amazon, got a cupcake stand, and played Frankenstein. So this is actually the first dip in making the bases for my spell candles. Also because I love spinning, I also like do this a lot with the candles. I do like different kinds of vortex energy magic work. And it's just fun because I'm an Aries. You gotta make the work.
Right. Yeah, he is a fire train. Let me tell you, grand train. He's got he's an Aries, Leo rising, Sag moon, and that new moon is going to be right on your moon, man. That's really exciting. That new moon is on Tuesday. Set those intentions.
110%.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
There we go.
So you're also a gemologist as well, right?
Correct. Yes. I graduated from the GIA, the Gemological Institute of America in New York City in 2013. Gemology is a branch off of geology. So I know all the chemical compositions, the structural, how to identify all different kinds of crystals, as well as their historical provenance of use. I also used to work in the diamond industry as well. But the main reason becoming a gemologist wasn't to be in the diamond district, it was to become a better magical practitioner. Because just in general, with any of your craft, the more that you know about whatever it is that you're using to tap into for magic work, the deeper you can tap into the energies of that tool, whether it be a candle, a crystal, an herb, doesn't matter. This template of what I'm saying is for every single little thing. So by having that scholastic education, it literally allowed me to boom, like go really freaking
deep into the crystal.
Next level, like Superman stuff. Mine's the most.
Absolutely. Right? I love it.
Thank you.
So you've got a candle around your neck. Is that one of the solstice minis?
Yeah. That can actually bring it up closer. What I like about the minis, these ones, is I like to just go like this and just put myself in a meditative trance.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. And the red wax is really cute too.
Now, are these double wicked, or are they just the stripes melt as the candle go? Because you've got some double wicked candles.
I'll make this work. Gravity, folks.
There we go. There's the top of it. Oh, it is. Oh, gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, it's so beautiful. When this thing starts to drip, you literally see the individual colored drips. It's literally like, it's so beautiful. I mean, the energies are amazing,
that
but
is so cool.
Oh, yeah. Like,
so what are the energetical properties of this candle again? Like what's the best use?
Yeah.
So to say.
So for this candle, This candle is energetically designed to increase positive energies in the user's winter solstice experience. Also, to increase the ratio to 1 second, just trying to get the word straight. It also increases positive energies into one's winter solstice experience. It also intensifies the occurrence of desirable synchronicities, things that you want, things that make you feel good. The synchronicities, that's the good stuff.
Right.
Oh yeah. And I'm really excited about this because like I'm lighting it now. It's also doing its energy work, but when I light this on the 21st, oh my god! Like
Right.
actually, because I make these, but I actually made a big one for myself
Yeah.
to light. So I'm like,
That's
oh
cool.
yes, this is gonna be like
But
excellent.
but you've also explained to me like the magic itself, like yes, the big ones, obviously, hello, the bigger candles are gonna
Mm-hmm.
shoot out a bigger signal. But the little ones are not slouchy. I've played
Oh
around with
gosh,
both.
no. The mini
Mhm.
ones, they're very strong as well. This is my mini Protect Your Heart. I just, no
Mhm.
joke, I actually ran out of these and I made this, finished it 10 minutes before the podcast started. So it's
Oh, that's
really
so funny.
still warm from the lab. So this is
Oh,
my
nice.
mini Protect Your Heart
Beautiful.
hand dip crystal grid beeswax spell candle. This candle
I
assists in the
Yeah.
blocking, releasing, healing, and acknowledging of emotional negativity and trauma. Internal emotional negativity, aka those nasty, icky thoughts that we have about ourselves sometimes because of negative traumatic emotional experiences from the past that weren't taken care of, released, and aligned, that basically just have crept through one's entire life's experience like a weed. So this removes that. Also,
Mhm.
with all my candles in general, it's all about vibrational resonance. You'll receive as much
Mhm.
energy as you are receptive to receive. So
Yeah.
you're never gonna get too much. You're never gonna get too little.
Mhm.
It's automatically adjusted directly to you for you,
Mhm.
because that you're the reason why they're there. Um,
Right.
so yeah,
That's
I love
beautiful.
the minis are so cute, and also
Mhm.
um, I don't know. Call me sentimental, but just because they're like smaller versions, I kind of like. I'm more fond of them. They're like little babies. They're adorable.
Right?
I know, like
They
I have
are.
one
They
on my
are
neck.
adorable.
Like it just feels good
Mhm.
inside. But yeah.
Now,
So
one
this
of the
one,
things you've
yeah.
told me about them is you don't have to burn them to get all the magic out of it. You can sit and resonate with it and have it around and then burn it. So like you don't have to
Hmm.
burn it right away. The
No, not
energy
one
is going
bit.
to like attune with you. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes need to get some like visual space here. There we go. I have some structure now. So the minis, all my candles, they're live active generating crystal grids. That being said, because all the
Wait,
candles all
what did that mean? So say
oh
that again. They're a what and what does that
yes,
mean?
thank you. So all
Mhm.
my spell candles are live or alive, active, generating crystal grids. So that being said, the candle is a candle, but because of all the crystal particles within it, it has its own auric field. There's a crystal energy radiating from the candle. So the only difference between a crystal grid like that I'm like making on the table and this crystal grid is that this crystal grid is held together in a three-dimensional state fused together by beeswax. So every single candle radiates the energy of that vibrational theme of candle. So
Mm.
what I like to do is I like to hold on to the candles. I have candles
Mhm.
underneath my bed. I have actually, you know what? I'll show you. Welcome to the other part of the Magic Lab, folks. This is a real life edition here because I practice what I preach. So this is above my
That's
bed.
true.
And I have candles above my bed. because
Mm-hmm.
they radiate the energy of the energy. So this is literally a money candle. This is a grounding candle, grounding abundance. This is a violet flame candle here for spiritual purification, clearing, activation, alignment. That basically energetically cleanses that tween space. This is actually it right here. So because they radiate the energy of that candle, they can be used for energy work. Plus, I don't know, but maybe I'm witchy as all get out, and I love hanging random magical shit all over the place for different energetic effects.
Right?
Because there are so many uses. So I just wanted to share that some real life addition from the Magic Lab.
Right. So if you frame these candles really, really pretty, now you have some of those wrapped up in the wax paper. I love how you package these when you mail them out because they're in like a wax parchment paper. But do you have to have them in that? Could you leave it sitting out exposed, or is it better not to do that?
Oh, got you. So it all depends on what you feel, because it's your
But
intuitive
it's not gonna
guidance.
right.
No,
So, but it's not gonna mess with like it's not gonna make the smell dissipate. It's not going. They'll just
I mean,
it'll be
it
ready when
might
you
make
burn
it
it.
dissipate a little bit, but that's
Mhm.
just from like this. It's when you burn it, when that heat comes, that's when you smell the smell. Also think about it. Unwrapping the candle, because they're all crystals, you can literally have it in your altar, or you could have it
Mhm.
hanging above your altar. But if you
Mhm.
unwrap the candle, you can also put it in the sunlight and the moonlight. You can't really do that if it's wrapped up per se. So it's nice to have options. No option is going to be bad. The only not conducive option is one that literally is against your own intuitive guidance.
Right.
It's
Right.
your craft, your
So
ritual.
so if you're like, "Hey, this is too pretty to burn right now." It's okay to put it in a candle holder and enjoy it
Yeah.
because they're all
Because
so beautiful.
thank you so much, Lori. You know, the most important thing, which I'm going to keep stressing about, is vibrational resonance. So every single spell candle that I make, there's no ritual attached to it. There's no dogma. There's no, you have to, like this candle when the moon is full on the third, whatever, da 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 da. No, it's not like that.
Standing on
It's,
one foot, patting your head with one
yes,
Right.
praising to trees. Like, I'm all about
Mhm.
praising trees, don't get me wrong. But point is like this. Every single candle, they're energetic tools. They're just like
Mhm.
crystals. They literally crystals fused together by beeswax. So
Right.
they can be treated like such as tools. This is a tool. My candles are tools to be in addition to your life and in addition to your craft. Incorporate the candles into your own ritual magical vibe. They're literally energetically, purely non denominational. Therefore, those are receptive. Whether, you're a Christian, you're Jewish, you're a Wiccan, you're a Santoro, you're a Hindu, doesn't matter. If you like the vibes, you can utilize these tools to develop yourself. Because in general, what about these candles is, well, for example, I do not want a lifelong customer for a certain candle. That is counterintuitive to growth and development in magic and expansion. What my candles are is they are vibrationally themed tools to give individuals the energies that they need so they do not have to have the experiences that they don't want anymore, whether it be
Mhm.
emotional trauma, Mercury retrograde issues. You know,
Yeah, you made a special candle just for like a although I will say as an astrologer, half of what
yeah,
people blame Mercury retrograde for is not anything to do with Mercury retrograde. But if people have a well-built thought form around what they think Mercury retrograde is, that's what that candle's taking care of.
bingo,
It's helping dispel that thought form because we build thought forms and our thoughts are powerful and your
oh yeah,
candles work really well in clearing that kind of thing and ameliorating a forward path.
100%.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, this is it right here. Actually, it's a I'm gonna burn this candle so you can see what I'm talking about. I just got like intuitive download guidance came
Yeah, I
through and it's
noticed
like
that. Burp,
redirect shift
burp.
pretty much. So transfer this.
When I do that in readings, like I'll get really quiet because like I'm really looking at the chart and my brain is up in the metal plane, sorting things, and I'll just get really quiet and people will be like, are you there?
Ah, trying to smell this and not burn my nose hair. It is what it is for sure. Ooh,
It's one way of getting it taken care of.
this is true. Smell some flowers afterwards, some non-burning singeing candles. All right, so with this candle, I get excited.
I saw your TikTok about this, so I'm excited to see it
Yeah,
here.
that was the whole creation process of it. So with this candle, it's a dual vortex wick. There's the top wick first, which you light and you light it and you wait about a minute and a half. I just made this. I actually have to snip this short. It'll actually be like. Actually, I need to get my scissors right over here.
So let me take it. While you're doing that, I'm going to take a look. So Butterfly Moon says, I'm so excited for Seth. His excitement and passion is contagious. Absolutely.
Oh, I love
Sethy
that.
is
Thank you for seeing me.
totally, absolutely a bundle of love and joy. Big hearts from Meredith and Laura. Karen says, gotta love those grand triumphs. Yeah, totally. You need that when Meredith says, yeah, his candles are amazing. And like I said, I've had the great good fortune of not only testing, but inspiring a few, like the Bitch By Vortex. That was really funny.
Yeah. So Lori was the inspiration. We had a long talk one night, and she said, "I need a candle to take care of some unwanted energy in my life." And she commissioned me to create the original, the Bitch By. It was pre Bitch By Vortex. It was just literally
It was pretty
it was
bad. We just called it Bitch By, I think is what
yeah,
we called
Bitch
it.
By
The Bitch
definitely.
By.
And that candle.
It was freaking huge too. The original one, it was just like this monstrosity.
I'll search the video of that I have on TikTok and I'll like repost it and like tag you in it so you can actually see the original. This is the modified, the new version, but Lori's Bitch By aggressive.
It was aggressive.
Oh yeah.
I love
Magical
that. I have a
vibration of
friend with the
apples.
magical laboratory.
Ah.
The laboratory.
All right, so I'm going to
Trying not
light
to
this
get
candle.
the light is like smacking me. I'm still not. So I haven't fixed up the studio all the way. So
This
my
is
glasses,
the
I'm like,
creation process. It makes me
right,
think like my glasses are dirty, but we're in context. All right,
right.
um, so with this candle, it's a dual vortex candle. There is a side wick. Actually, there is a side wick here. There's a side wick, top wick, and the side wick burns around the candle in a downward counterclockwise spiral. Counterclockwise removes energy, and the downward spiral is intensifying the energetic momentum of the removal with fire. That also being said,
Now this is the Mercury
there we
Retrograde
go.
remedy.
That also being said, I'm now going to show you what the inside of this candle looks like. So there's a large yellow hand-dipped crystal infused beeswax base. Then, because I have a cross section here, there's a raw crystal infused beeswax base. And then there's thick rings of my blue communication crystal infused beeswax. Then a ring of yellow, another ring of blue, a ring of yellow, and a ring of blue. once this candle gets to this point, it doesn't have the side wick on it. After I get to this point, then I put the side wick around and I attach crushed chunked selenite and blue kyanite. Blue kyanite is an amazing crystal for literally opening the throat chakra and clearing. I literally think of it as like selenite, blue selenite for the throat. It's just great. So that's why I have that in the base as a foundation of the intention of why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Gorgeous.
Selenite intensifies the energetic and metrical properties of the blue kyanite, and also just selenite is just great in general. So then I dip it in my black crystal and plant botanical infused protection, clearing, grounding magic raw beeswax. I crush black crystals, black crystals, and black and very, very dark brown plant botanicals into dust. Put that in a wax melter, which literally, as you can see here, gives that black color, and the blue creates the blue. Put some light in here. Oh well. So
That's great.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get on it. But this is what it looks like on the inside. Another reason why I have it like this is because it creates a bullseye. Intense.
Oh, cool.
For sure.
Sagittarius energy.
Boom!
Although Mercury is stationing retrograde in Capricorn, but it slides back into Sagittarius on the 22nd, as I will be talking about in this podcast later.
Sure. All right, so let's
after
get on
we're done with Sethy. Yeah, get on with it. Do it.
Also, with my candles, the intention for best results is to have it burning from start to finish. The minis, they burn around 2.5 hours to 4.25 hours. The large ones, the originals, can burn anywhere from 6 to over 24 hours on a crazy ritualistic level.
And it isn't about size.
No.
I've had, like I get Seth's candles with, frequency. I'm
VIP.
always ordering.
You're VIP for my heart.
Right. And sometimes Seth sends me gifts.
There we go. I got a little excited. So you light one and then wait a minute and a half.
Right. So it's coming. So I literally have lit like same kind of candle, same size, and I've had them burn quickly because the energy was just flowing that way. And then I've had it go for like a day and a half.
Oh yeah. It's so cool either way.
It is.
Because you get what
it's
you
amazing.
need.
And right, it's exactly what you need. It's not too little, it's not too much. Very excited. Right? Aren't they gorgeous, guys? So I wanted Seth on here because, again, Seth does this by hand. He collects the botanicals. Sometimes he collects the minerals, not for every candle, but he has.
Definitely.
And he also has crystals up on his shop as well. Seth is a child of my heart.
Yeah, so true.
Right. So Mama Lori wants Seth to do well in life. So he's got he's got a mailing list you can sign up on his website.
Yeah.
And his stuff is gorgeous. I don't know very many people who would take the time and consideration, the thoughtfulness to put it together. But that's what a real teacher does. When we look at metaphysics and we look at magic, it isn't about scaling your business. It's not about like, yes, we need to eat and we need to be able to pay our rent. We shouldn't be depriving ourselves in our service. But there's a big difference of bulk ordering crap out of China that isn't necessarily ethically cultivated. I'm not saying China's bad because there's very good practitioners in China, but the really good practitioners in China aren't taking mass produced paraffin wax either. Right.
No,
and so the hand cultivating, the thought process, the energy, the ritual, the love, the coming from the heart space, the letting you decide, allowing for your agency. That's a sign of a spiritual teacher and practitioner. Speaking of teaching, look at those candles go. You've got a workshop coming up in New York, don't you? Because you're in New York.
Yes. I'm so excited. Thank you for mentioning that. So, I have a free workshop at, the name of this place is so adorable. The name of the shop is, quote, My Little Magic Shop.
I love
And
it.
it's in the Upper West Side. It's a free workshop, and I'm going to be there with my candles. I'm going to be basically explaining for everything about my candles, how I do in great detail, way more than this podcast, like detail. And I'm also going to be showing them how to use a candle, all these different things that I'm working on actively and putting on my website and we're sharing with everyone. There's
I love that.
there's just so much you can do with these candles. It's way more than just crystals, wax, and a wick or 2 wicks.
Right.
It is
Right.
oh,
Now, what day and time is that workshop at My Little Magic Shop in the Upper West Side in New York?
It is on the 29th, I
Of December?
believe. Oh yes, excuse me. Yes, the 29th of December. It's a basically a New Year intention and manifestation themed
Perfect.
workshop, combined with the candle energies and crystals. I do not know, but I can't remember because I'm tired. East Coast. Woo. But I will say
That's
this.
okay. Yeah, Seth's up way late. He's doing
But
me a solid being on tonight.
oh my god, it's a pleasure. I love you. Also, totally. Thanks. Sorry, goofy in the best way. Not sorry. Yeah. So that being said,
So that's okay. I'll get all the information together and we'll put it in the show notes. So if people so it's at the end of the month, that's a perfect date to have that class because that's the day Venus slides into Sagittarius and the day before Jupiter stations direct. So that's a great time to have an aspirational, inspirational party and learn new things and learn to value yourself in a new way, gather your wisdom. I'll get all that information from you into the show notes so
for
people
sure.
can show up.
Also, I'm gonna have my TikTok is Auric Voltage. I'm gonna be having the workshop on TikTok live for all people that
Oh,
want to still understand
perfect.
what I'm doing and aren't living in the city because I'm all about access of information and having options and choices with your life. So
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna be.
love that. We'll link it up in the Discord for
Thank you so
patrons too.
much. The more
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
the more you can create in your
Grow.
reality to your favor.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so Butterfly Moon said,
Okay.
absolutely gorgeous and unique. All the love that goes into those candles. I haven't seen anything like it anywhere else ever. 1 in a million. Absolutely 100%. Seth is very much unique. Like people will often be like, "Oh yeah, candles." No, these aren't just candles. And Seth isn't just, any old Joe Blow. The first time I met Seth,
Aw.
there was just something about him. And he gave the best hug. Now, I'm not a big hug a stranger person, and we were in Sedona and you meet people and people always want to give you a hug. And I'm usually like, I don't know you.
Right.
But Seth gave just the nicest heart hug, and it was very close to my son's hugs. And my son gives the very best hugs on the planet. And in fact, my son could be the free hug guy. And in a very, very beautiful way. And it was just so heart centered. And one of the reasons I'm not huggy is I am very energetically sensitive. So I'm like, I can already feel you, thanks,
Yep.
but I didn't mind and I felt comfortable and I really, really enjoyed Seth's company. Um, It's rare when you can meet someone when you're a sensitive and energy sensitive person that you feel very comfortable with. You don't have to mask around. We can be our weirdo selves together. And we don't have to, right? We don't have to try to be normal, right?
What the hell is it
And
mean for real?
right. Well, I believe that being a normal person makes you a very dangerous person, but that's just my theory. But
I would never know, and I
but
never had the sensations.
right, but bringing you, you know, here is my way of appreciating you and sharing your goodness and your gifts. That pleases me because in the coming years we need people who are supported in their awakeness. Let's put it this way. And these are tools we can use. So I like to bring people on that are very much supporting people through those processes. Um,
Not selling
this
this
is my
one.
way, right? What's that one?
Magical quality control. I was trying to take a picture of the top to like show you all like this, but it's just too bright. And that's okay. But I'm gonna
Right.
put
That's
the second
okay.
wick now. Also, I'm gonna create a time lapse of this doing the full burn, and I'm gonna upload on my
Oh,
TikTok
cool.
because I'm a visual
Cool.
kinesthetic learner. I know like
Mm-hmm.
words are cute and stuff like that, and so is like support from your friend. But like actually like showing like this is what's up. That's important.
Mm-hmm. Totally
All right,
important.
here we go, folks. Exciting. So once again, this is so pretty. Top wick, then the side wick that burns in a downward counterclockwise spiral. Gorgeous.
Cool.
These will drip a considerable amount of wax, so make sure you have a clean space. I like to use parchment paper when it's up high because there is a splattering stuff. Just a little bit further away from my computer, if you know what I mean. There we go.
Now your
Wish I
solstice
can like,
candle, you had a minimum, oh sorry, you had a limited number of those, right?
oh yes, that's a whole other story. See, it's already starting to melt. And it drips
Mm-hmm.
downward in a counterclockwise spiral as well, facilitating further energetic transfer.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so funny thing about that, yes, I made 30 limited edition Winter Solstice minis. They're on my site. I need to put a better description on it. And the day before the day before I posted them on my site, my good friend called and she purchased 20 of the 30. So I have, and I already mailed out 2 already, so I have 8.
Wow.
I have 6 left. So tomorrow I'm making 24 mini Winter Solstice minis again. It's gonna be on TikTok Live. But yeah, so I can, because think about like,
And
oh, I'm like to everyone 30, and then like, oh, psych, there's only 6 left before I post it. That's just not nice.
right.
People that
Now,
want,
yeah.
you
So
know.
listeners, just know we're recording this on Friday the 8th, and this podcast is going to be put out on the 11th of December. So, but there'll still be the Mercury Retrograde candles, hopefully.
I want to see how I can get this.
Can we read the wax? Oh, can you read the wax when it's all finished burning? Do you ever see symbols in your wax?
Oh,
I never have a,
absolutely.
well, you can.
So,
Depends if there's wax left.
so
My last
yes,
candle, there was no wax.
true. You didn't put water around it, correct?
No, it was in a candle holder. There was literally no wax. That was the
That
special
makes
one you
sense.
made me. Hmm.
Indeed. So we'll get into that in a bit, but yes, and how I like to personally read the wax is also another way of how I safely do all these ritual magic candle burnings throughout the night for days or whatever. So what I do is I get a large metal, key is metal, large metal plate, like 12 inches. I then take the candle and I heat it up, and I melt that extra wax onto the plate. Here we go. See, that was called an energetic transfer. Also, you can now see the how it's literally, well, I'll show you all like close up in a little bit, but I don't want to get my computer messed up. But so basically, you
Smart
put it in the
move.
center. What?
Never
Oh
mind.
yes,
It's okay.
no worries. So then I put it in the center, and then I put water, a moat around it. So it's 5 inches of water, 6 inches of water around the candle. Now, for example, let's say I'm using my Protect Your Heart hand dipped crystal grid beeswax spell candle, which assists in the blocking, healing, releasing, acknowledging of internal and external emotional negativity. Well, one, I would put that water in there. Two, I'd put some rose water. I have. So I'll say my own personal experiences. I put the water in, I put rose water, sea salt. I like to put rose quartz, some black tourmaline, as well as rose petals and more salt crystals, and just have that be a whole moat of energy and emotional intention. Because water is solid, and water is an extremely strong emotional conductor. So with your intentions are just pouring in that water. That's not just for I don't want to get burned alive. No, that's like the emotional healing, the flow, the allowing. Oh, see this Cancer? She's like, yes, preach. But so there's many factors into the magic work, because everything is made of energy, and every single thing is a tool, and every single thing is a tool and a symbol that has its own unique, specific, unique, and energetic magical property and frequency to use. Also, that being said, just like the crystals and the candles, everything, the energy of everything is unlimited. It's all depending on your level of expertise to connect to it, to see it, and also the vibrational resonance to receive it. So, um, y'all have so much more power than y'all realize, and I strive every single day. I strive to, if possible, share this information with other people, because when you really see and understand that you have so much power and control of your reality, it's amazing. And then you get to level of realizing, oh wait, I can create more, I can do more, because it's infinite expansion. So as a Grand Trine Fire, for me, I see this infinite expansion that can never know anything as this is exciting. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's continue to explore. Let's expand. It never ends, so it never gets boring. And
Right.
as a fire sign, I'm all about that. Oh, see, you can actually see
There
also
it goes.
it literally drips
There
on
it
the sides. You get these little
goes.
legs. So it's really cute. You can have it flat, but you can also put it upright and have these beautiful structures. So you can literally read these. You can read them. Oh yeah, I forgot abstractions. So the wax melts on the water. It will stay on top of the water because it'll cool. So you can literally, once it's over, you dump the water out and you pop the wax off the metal, and you can literally read all the little bumps. There's so much information in there, and it's just for you because it's your own thing. Yeah, it's really cool, and it's also beautiful artwork too. Like when it's
Mm-hmm.
being
Oh, they're
created.
gorgeous. It's
Alright,
absolutely
alright.
stunning. Yeah. Yeah. I love, again, like I said, the last one, the only thing that was left after burning was the wick at the end. Like,
Lori, can you see
how
me?
weird. I can see you, sweetie,
The screen just disappeared for some reason.
but you are still here on my end. So when we go to quit out,
To Google Chrome. Nope.
check the Riverside tab because you're still on with me. And when it's time to end, I'll just kick us all out.
Copilot preview. Ooh, it's my hair. Huh.
Do you have a touch screen? Did you touch the screen and something happened?
Absolutely, 100%. Oh wait,
Yeah, I
hold
do
on.
that all the time.
There we
Are we
go.
back?
Awesome.
Oh,
Stickers
Leo
came off.
Rising couldn't see himself and it caused a panic.
I mean, maybe if you're like a...
I'm teasing you.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna pick this computer up by the
Hi,
base.
MK. Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I just realized I can do this with my computer.
There you go. Oh,
Oh, here it is. Okay.
gorgeous. Oh, yeah, that's a much better picture of it burning. I love how it gets a little well, right? We do love a Leo rising. I just like to tease Leo risings because I'm a Scorpio rising.
Whatever works. I'm easygoing.
I know, sweet pea. I know. Are they not gorgeous? We've got people in the comments saying how beautiful they are. And they are. They feel good.
Well, thank you.
They smell good. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, like, well, it's not sometimes. Every time Seth sends me a candle, I'll open. Well, I usually order quite a few. I don't usually order one. You can. No.
For sure.
But I will open one and I will just sit and go, oh, it smells. I can just breathe in. And again, I'm very, very sensitive to smell, but because Seth is hand collecting his botanicals, and this guy will go foraging, like he'll pick the energy and the energy of the time. So he's been out at 2 a.m, running around out in the certain moonlight, gathering things. It's great.
Yeah. That's fun.
Right?
I literally have my backpack. I was yesterday, 2 days ago, I went to see my doctor to get like an antibiotic, and I was walking from his practice. I saw this huge pine tree, and I went up. I was guided to go to it. It was literally beat up so bad by woodpeckers. Had all these woodpecker holes in it, and in those holes were pine pitch nodules. Do you want to see
Oh,
what
yeah.
they look like?
Oh, yeah. Grab those real quick.
I never even took them out.
So let's see. Laura says,
I've been so busy making candles.
Right. That's
Hopefully these are
okay.
some
Laura
marigolds
says it's so fun to watch you spin as you move about your space. I love that. Yes. Seth is super fun.
Thanks.
And this is authentically him. And again, one of the things that I love about having a sizable reach, I'm not going to say I have a giant audience, but I have a sizable reach, is to help uplift people that I know do good work in the world. So
Thank you.
that's exciting for me to be able to do. And the more people who know about Seth's work, the better the world is.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. Show us.
So these are the pine nodules, pine pitch nodules.
That's great. Oh, wow.
They're big holes, like quarter-inch, half-inch
amber waiting
holes.
to become, right? Amber waiting to become.
And this is the pine pitch wax that I made. Ooh, with some loose pieces.
Oh, cool.
But this is it right here. There's the pine pitch chunks in there. This is some of the bark here.
Nice.
And so it's all basically done on a double boiler in my stove, which
I love that.
I greatly look forward to being able to get new wax melters, so I don't have to have this magical Breaking Bad looking thing in my kitchen. Positive boundaries.
Magical Breaking Bad. Well, you should ask for your Christmas present.
Oh, that's already being taken care of, and that's a whole other thing.
We'll have to
Getting
talk
shelves
about
for
that.
all my crystals and making the magic
Oh,
lab
cool.
actually like professional looking and not like wizardy.
Dexter's laboratory.
Exactly. Making the laboratory user-friendly for people coming for a full-body crystal grade healing session.
That's right. So Seth does do live crystal grid healing sessions local. So, well, buddy, this was amazing. Thank you so much for being on with us. This is going to be a cool
Likewise.
episode. I'll make sure you get the stuff for your channels as well.
Definitely. And I'll
But
do the work of mine as well. Also,
right. Go ahead.
text me your new mailing address because you got some goodies coming your way from my heart.
Ooh, yay, I will.
The old address.
I love goodies. I love goodies. I love goodies. So anyway, we'll do a little unboxing when I get it. I love to share my stuff that you send me, although I didn't share that one candle. I burned it right away because I felt like I needed to. Oh, I love it when they do that. Is that not cool? I love that. That's so beautiful. I love the communication unblocked and the cool calm. Those are also those spirally. They're very beautiful. Yeah,
This
gorgeous.
Is
I love that. It's so pretty. They
this
burn really nice too.
Formulated version.
Aww. Oh,
Ah!
MK. Well, we have, before we end, MK is asking, sorry guys in chat. MK is asking, when did you start making candles?
Oh,
I know you were doing it as a hobby when we met, but.
So I started making candles as a little boy. My mom went away for a bit to take care of herself, and so my dad was in charge of me and my brother. So we basically made candles by melting down Crayola crayons and melting them on the stove. Not the healthiest, but that's where my love first started, and then it just kept progressed throughout my life. And I started making these officially in 2020. Yeah,
the magic candle. It wasn't 2019? It really was 2020?
Yeah, 2019 I started my crystal grid healing practice that I called in past Crystal Sanctuary Solutions. Then I went to Tucson Gem and Mineral Show from January till my mom called me saying, "You gotta come back." So I came back to New York City expecting to have a booming crystal grid healing business with no one going outside at all. So I was frustrated because I'm like,
that's right.
Yup. I was like, how am I supposed to get this crystal healing energy out to people that need it if no one is going outside? And so I basically shared my grievances with the universe, let it out, and then I calmed down, I asked, and I received the information downloads.
And you've been growing ever since, man.
From here out.
Right?
Totally.
Beautiful.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, they do look like hugs. Butterfly Moon said they look like a hug, and they do look like a hug, right? Yeah, it is so lovely. It's anyway, Seth, thank you. We're gonna quit out now because this is gonna be a long podcast episode, but it is gonna be the Mercury Retrograde and New Moon episode because there's a lot going on. Thank you, everybody in the audience, especially for putting up with the wrong link to start with. But that's appropriate for this episode. And thank you, Seth. It's always a pleasure. And thank you for being a late night, last minute guest. But, hey, you called me.
My pleasure.
Right? All right.
No. Well, that didn't work.
All right. Night. Bye-bye. Thanks for being here.